How to start a short form content agency, also known as SFC agency. Guys, I've got an exciting tutorial video for you today. This is going to be a full A to Z course, how to start your own short form content agency, how to make money from it, and also how this is different from drop servicing or just freelancing on your own. Because you're gonna be making short form content, for example, like this.
If you want to become a profitable trader fast, you need to stop worrying so much about your strategy and
Or this.
One of the unique real estate as a career is there's unlimited earning potential.
So this is exactly what you're gonna be creating as a short form agency, but this video is gonna go through the entire thing. So we're gonna be talking about you working directly with other small and medium-sized businesses. SFC agencies primarily focus on B2B and small one-man band businesses as well, guys. It is not really about working just with individuals, guys. The profit margins and the earnings potential with the SFC agency is actually higher than that of a simple freelancer or even drop servicing, but there are certain downsides as well, guys. In this video, we're gonna go through everything. Right, so we're gonna be talking about these 15 things in this video. I'm gonna be adding timestamps, okay? Because it's a full course, I don't expect you guys to watch the entire, 2 or 3 hours, or however long this course is going to be. So feel free to navigate between the sections, and guys, bookmark this video because it's going to have so much value that you're going to be blown away. And hopefully by the end of you watching this entire course, you're going to know exactly how to start an SFC agency, how to create a portfolio, how to set up your offers, guarantees, how to deliver the service, how to get the clients, how to scale it, right? And how much money do you actually need to start an SFC agency, how to retain clients, hiring editors, also the niches, guys. This video is gonna go through everything. So what is a short form content agency and how is it different from you just freelancing or drop servicing? So the biggest difference is the conceptual difference, and also that there is a little bit of a risk element that there isn't there when you're freelancing or just drop servicing. So guys, what do I mean by risk? So most of the time, SFC agencies actually have some sort of a deliverable result or a guarantee in order to ensure to the business owner, small business owner, or a self-employed person that you're gonna bring some results. But because you have that guarantee, you're commanding a much higher price, guys. So for example, we're going to be talking about this in this section 5 later on down the line, but I'm just going to give you quick example right now. So what can you guarantee as an SFC agency? Well, first of all, of course, you're creating short form content like videos like that, right? So what can you actually guarantee? Well, most of the time, the guarantee is actually how many views you're gonna get. Now, I'm gonna show you some examples, how these SFC videos look.
and you need to focus on learning risk management and risk to reward. At the end of the day, if you have an 80% win rate strategy,
Or for example, this one.
You can earn millions of dollars in this business with a little bit of effort and focus. The bigger question is the value of time.
As you can see, guys, this is a fairly simple business model. So what you're going to be doing essentially is, by the way, this website is a website that I found on Google. I'm not endorsing this agency. Essentially, what they do is they are just a short form content agency. So I'm just giving you an example of what you would create. Okay, so these kind of videos, as you can see, there is some B-roll footage. Okay, so B-roll footage is something that you add additionally to the content creator himself. So, for example, like a stock footage, basically. Then you have some text, right, and you have some music and sound effects, and is it, guys. Short form content just means that it's a vertical video, right? And it's usually for Instagram Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Facebook, guys. So here's the thing, guys. So how is it fundamentally different from drop servicing and freelancing? The first of all, we have the keyword agency. Okay, how does this separate us from being a freelancer? When you're a freelancer, let's say a client comes to you and says, look, I'm interested in working with you on my short form video editing. Then you're talking about just video editing, guys. So the costs, the premium price that you can command is not very high. If a client comes to you and says, look, I need you to edit one short video. Let's say the footage is 3 minutes. I want you to make it into 1 minute video like that. What kind of price can you command? If you're very, very good, you probably can command like $40, maybe $30, $20 is more realistic, guys, for one short. But when you are an SFC agency, typically you're going to be working with businesses like these. So real estate agents, coaches, fitness instructors, lawyers, and similar kind of people creating short form content who are wealthy and who actually create these videos to get more clients. Okay, guys? So it's not teenagers making videos about food and stuff like this. Primarily, you're going to be working with professional people, right? So here's the thing, guys. As an SFC agency, it doesn't mean that you are going to, rent an office, fill it with tables, buy laptops or computers or wherever, have a lot of staff working, guys. This is not what I'm talking about. Okay, don't get scared by this word agency. SFC agencies, most of SFC agencies, for example, this one that I found on Google, actually it ranks very high on Google, okay, because I searched for short form content editors and I found this website, so it ranks really well. Look at this guy, okay? I don't know where this guy's from. I don't know this guy anyway, but as you can see, there is not a team page or anything. So it doesn't seem to me that this agency is a huge agency with tons of employees, guys. What I think this guy is doing is probably he's just drop servicing, or maybe he has some full-time staff, right? But he's, of course, not doing it by himself. Because if you're working with these kind of clients, how many clients can you have when you're just on your own? But the point is, guys, what you can do is you can be a single person in your bedroom, essentially running an SFC agency and hiring freelancers from abroad to do the work. You're just going to be communicating with clients, getting paid, and then paying your suppliers to deliver the work, guys. So again, just to recap, an SFC agency is an agency that creates videos just like this.
Here's a great way to try and get a deal in today's market.
You adding the text.
If you look for
you adding the music, you adding the photos,
properties that got sold conditionally,
potentially adding the text,
and then came back on the market, this could be a great
you can see how it's zooming in.
Great opportunity. The property could have came.
So guys, as you can see, this is the product that an SFC agency sells, and how it's different from just video editor as a freelancer or drop servicer. It's that we usually work with businesses, small businesses, and professional people. And also, usually we have some sort of a guarantee. And the guarantee is usually that we're going to get X number of views, okay? Or some SFC's agencies even go further than that, and they actually start guaranteeing, client leads that, X number of people are going to email you, X number of people are going to fill in a form on your website. But this is an advanced strategy. So for the purposes of this video, we're going to be talking about guarantees when it comes to guaranteeing the number of views on people's shorts, YouTube videos, Instagram reels, and stuff like this, guys. Right. And of course, guys, the final point in this section is because this is an agency, people assume that the prices are higher. And also, because we have a guarantee, we have a contractual obligation to deliver the results. So, for example, if we say to the client, look, this month I'm going to bring you 20,000 views. If you don't get those views, the customer is usually able to not pay. Okay, so usually you say, look, I'm gonna bring you 20,000 views across all of your shorts that I create this month, or you don't pay anything. But because you have that guarantee, your price point is much higher than if you're just creating a short video as a video editor. Okay, so for example, as I mentioned, a video editor might command a $30 or $40 maximum price for a 1 or 2 minute short. But if you're doing it as an SFC agency, it could be a lot more, guys. And typically you're going to be editing a lot of shorts because you're going to be working with people producing content on a regular basis. So as an SFC agency, you're going to be looking at least $1,000, $2,000 per client per month. Lower amounts than that, and you're not even an agency. So this is, guys, why the SFC agency has a big advantage when it comes to earnings, but there is a little bit of risk because you actually need to hit those guarantees if you offer them. And in this course, I'm actually going to show you guys how to mitigate a lot of those risks and how can you effectively estimate how much you can guarantee and how can you actually hit those guarantees, guys. Okay, so now let's talk about 3 different types of SFC business models. Okay, so what are those 3 different types? So the first type is when your client actually gives you a video like that. So they film it on their phone or on their camera.
Back on the market for so
they give you that video, right? And then what you do is you actually all those effects, you add all the text, you add all the music and stuff like this, guys. The second one is when you get a client who has long form videos, for example, like Chloe. So she would give you a video like that, or you actually tell her, look, I'm actually going to take one of your videos from your YouTube channel or from another source, and I'm actually going to chop your video into the most interesting pieces, and I'm going to create you a ton of shorts. And this strategy is actually very common among SFC agencies. And why this approach is so common? Because it doesn't require any work from the content creators. So for example, look at this channel. Let's say she has 77 videos. Can you imagine how many shorts you can create from these videos, guys? You can create potentially a couple of hundred shorts, right? So this creator would actually either send us the content by Google Drive, Dropbox, wherever, or we would physically download her videos from YouTube. You can just Google download YouTube videos, right? And you can paste the URL of the video and you can just download it onto your computer. And then you can create, for example, a sample short and you can send it to her and say, look, I've created a short for you. Would you be interested in having more? And I can make more shorts from just your long form content. You do not have to lift a finger, and this is going to be the price for that. Right, guys? And then the final different type of business model is when the content creator actually goes and works with a local business in their area and actually films the content, guys. Okay, so when you go into, for example, a restaurant or bar or a beauty salon or wherever, you actually film the content. You make a lot of different shorts. For example, you work with a hotel, right? You film a lot of shorts about their hotel or a restaurant or wherever. Then you create all this fancy editing around it, right? And then you give that content to them to actually distribute on their YouTube channel, on their Instagram, on their TikTok, to actually bring in more leads, bring in more customers. They can use that as organic content, or they can actually sponsor it on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram. It's up to them. So guys, here's the thing. Just to recap, 3 different business models. One, where the clients are giving you short form content and then you're editing from that. Second, when you're actually approaching content creators who already have long form content and then you just chop it from their long form content, meaning they don't need to actually create any short form content themselves. And the final one is when you approach local businesses in your area, right? And you actually offer them to shoot the content edit content, so they don't have to do anything because you're doing everything from the beginning to the very end, guys. And of course, this final one is very lucrative if you live in wealthy areas. For example, I know a guy doing just that in San Francisco Bay Area. So he works with real estate agents and he charges around $1,000 creating a landing page and shooting a house with a realtor across one day, and he does 1 day of editing. So within 1 day, he usually makes around $1,000 using this strategy. So shooting the interior and exterior of the house and making a landing page and a little bit of content for that realtor for that listing, guys. And that the realtor can use that content to sell the house, to upload it to different kind of platforms and stuff like this, guys. So as you can see, this is an extremely profitable business type, but it requires you to actually physically visit the clients, right, in person and actually have a camera and stuff. So this is a slightly different business model. But the first two we're talking about, that you can actually run from anywhere globally, right? You don't even have to be in the US, for example. You can be in any country in the world and work with US clients or UK clients or Australian clients, guys. So the next thing, how do we actually create an SFC portfolio, and why do you need an SFC portfolio? So the SFC portfolio is basically the samples of the work. So for example, if you approach a real estate agent, let's say you approach this guy, right? What this guy is actually going to tell you is, okay, sounds great. You can make me the short videos. You have a guarantee of me hitting X number of views, but how can I trust you? Where is the work samples? You know, who have you worked with in the past? And also, what can you show me? Like, what's the quality? Okay, so here's the thing, guys. This is the portfolio, roughly what you would have to show to a potential client. So let's quickly look at one of these videos in full.
So you're ready to start looking at houses. What are the tips that I give our buyers whenever we first walk up to the first store? Really, we do it before we get there. But number one is no.
As you can see, guys, this video is actually fairly simple. Okay, a half decent editor can create a video like that, but how do you actually start when you don't have clients? Okay, so the key in this point is you don't want to have celebrities on there. And here's the problem, guys. You know, where do you get the content if you're just starting out? So if you're a regular viewer of my channel, you'll know that most of you guys are going to be using video editors. You're not actually going to be using yourself. If you're editing yourself, it's very simple, guys. You can basically get the first couple of clients, and then you're going to hopefully make some short form videos for them. And then you can actually use that as your portfolio, right? And the last thing, guys, you don't want to just take some videos from famous people, celebrities like Tony Robbins or whatever, these motivational videos, then add the text and call it our work, because people will know that you for sure have not worked with those celebrities. I'm talking about this stuff, okay? So these kind of videos are all over the internet, okay? And how they actually look, they look really good and they can showcase your skills, right? But a potential client for your SFC agency will know that you haven't spoken to these celebrities, you haven't worked with these celebrities, and they haven't paid you, okay? So this portfolio looks just as good potentially as this, but here you can see that these are real legit clients, okay? And if this guy had, for example, these kind of videos, the point is the same, but you can see that they're not your clients, okay? So guys, how do you actually get an SFC portfolio if you're completely starting from scratch? And I would recommend using Fiverr, guys. So Fiverr is one of the platforms that drop servicers use. So drop servicing basically means that you're kind of outsourcing your work to a freelancer online, usually typically in Asia. And if you search short form video on there, you're gonna find a ton of different listings, guys. So just for these keywords, we have over 5,000 services. Okay, and how do we actually get a portfolio from these guys? So we can use it either on the website or on other places. And I'm going to show you how to create the portfolio later in this section. But for now, I'm going to show you a couple of examples of people on Fiverr and how they actually do exactly the same thing what this guy's agency is doing. Look.
You knew it. You knew it when you did it, but you did it anyway. You're time for the what? So if you're looking to move...
You see, guys, this is the point. So this guy is even saying repurpose content. What it means repurposing content, he's talking specifically about repurposing long-form video content into short-form video content. This is exactly what I said in the 3 different types of SFC business models. Okay, guys? So this client would be a perfect client because he actually has a portfolio with some random guy. He's not a celebrity, right? So, and guys, here's the thing. How can you get a portfolio to then use to get clients? So what you would typically do, if you're not a video editor yourself, you would message this guy and say, look, I'm interested in working with you. I need videos like that. And look, I have got a ton of clients lined up, but I want to see more of your pieces of work. And please, can you send me your full portfolio? Okay. So one strategy that you can actually use is you can actually download this video. So right click on this, click,
You knew it.
Open the video.
You knew it when you...
And then save video as. Okay, so first what you need to do is you need to play it, then stop it, right click, save video as, right? And then you can save the video. But guys, here's the thing. This is going to have the Fiverr watermark. So what you're going to do is you're going to need to actually open this video in a video editor and crop it slightly shorter to just get rid of the Fiverr watermark. But guys, this strategy is not recommended. So normally what you would have to do is you can actually contact the supplier and be straightforward and open and just say, look, I'm looking to actually work with you, but I need to see your portfolio. And then once they send you the portfolio, you can ask them, look, I would love to show this portfolio to some of my existing or potential clients or previous clients to get you more work. And if the freelancer says, yes, I'm happy about it, then you are free to share their portfolio and you can upload it onto your website, you can upload it onto other places, and then you can actually call it your own portfolio, even though it's not your own portfolio, guys. But that is the strategy that you'll have to use if you're just starting out completely from scratch, guys. Of course, if you have some portfolio and you've already worked with some clients, then you're just gonna use what you already have, which is a much easier start for you. Right, now, how about creating the actual portfolio? Where do you create it? Do you need a website like this guy has? Because this requires a lot of work, guys, right? So you need a domain name, you need to create a name, you need to create a logo, right? He has a video, he has some logos, he has design, he talks about things, he has this portfolio, you know, he has Q&A. Guys, this website can easily take you a couple of days to set up. If you don't know anything about websites, it could take you a week to set up. Also, there is cost. You have to pay for hosting, you have to pay for the domain name, you have to pay for SSL certificate and stuff like this, guys. So is this actually the best way if you're just starting out? No. Honestly, guys, I've done this business model and I'm going to show you some previous clients in this video. So, for example, quickly, this is the client that I created some shorts for. So my agency has actually created a lot of shorts for this lady. And we worked with her a while ago. And I will not even pretend that we made all of the shorts for her because she literally has hundreds and hundreds of shorts on YouTube, on Instagram and other places. But we have created quite a few shorts when we worked with her. So guys, here's the thing. The best way to actually create your portfolio is not creating a website if you're just starting out. The best place is creating an Instagram account. And this is just an example, guys, okay? This is not what I'm talking about specifically, but this is an example so you understand the principle, guys, okay? I'm not giving you the fish. I'm giving you the fishing rods to find and catch a lot more fish, okay? That's That's why I'm talking about the principle, guys. Okay, so let's imagine this is our portfolio page. So this page is actually about motivation and success and stuff like that, but we would be using it as our portfolio. So we would call it something like short form content mastery or short form content agency, whatever, right? So this would be the name. We, of course, won't have that many followers, but it doesn't matter, guys. Here we're going to say that we're a short form content agency working with, online coaches, real estate agents, lawyers, professionals, and stuff like this, guys. And then we're going to have a small description and we're going to have an email where people can contact us. Right, then what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to, of course, have to create some kind of a logo. You can do this yourself using Canva, or you can hire somebody on Fiverr for a few bucks to create you a logo for your short form agency. But as you can see, this is going to be a lot less work than creating a brand new website completely from scratch, guys. Right, so, and what we're going to be doing here is, guys, we're going to be actually taking videos like this, okay, and we're actually going to be populating this page with videos like that. And again, guys, where we're going to be getting those videos from, we're going to be finding a supplier on Fiverr or potentially on Upwork, okay, either of these two. So you can register an account on Upwork, search for short form video editor, right, find a suitable video editor, and then you can take their work with their permission, hopefully. If you want to be a bit cheeky, you might just take it, but I don't really recommend that, guys. Ideally, you get their permission. And then, guys, you're going to upload it onto here. So how many pieces of portfolio do you actually need? So, well, here's the thing, guys. You're going to be using this Instagram page to actually send it to your clients, for example, via email marketing, via LinkedIn. You can also send a direct message on Instagram. So if you're sending a direct message on Instagram from this page itself, you know, after somebody sees your message, they might go and check out your page. So how many videos do you actually need on here? How many short form portfolio pieces do you need? Guys, if I'm a client, right, and if I see 3 videos, I'm going to be like, these guys are not serious, right? So I would love to see at the very least around 20 different pieces of portfolio on here. Okay, guys. And here's the thing. So this will look exactly like this. Okay. So for example, this video, right?
Learn about money because they just want to pump out good employees that do what.
It is exactly the same thing, guys, but it's not going to be with famous people. It's going to be with potential clients like this.
But you did it anyway.
Okay. Or like this, guys. Okay, and then is there another way how we can do it? Well, I think Instagram is one of the best places to create a portfolio that you can share with your clients without creating a website, but you can also do the same thing on YouTube. So let's just say you created your own name on Instagram, you have a logo, right? You can do the same on YouTube, actually. Again, this is just an example, guys. I'm giving you the principle, okay? So you would create a YouTube channel from scratch. It costs $0, guys. You can create it yourself very easily. You would call it something like short form content mastery, short form kings, whatever, right? You would upload your logo. You would add a description. In the description, you'll write that we're a short form content agency working with, influencers, online coaches, real estate agents, and stuff like this, guys. And then you would populate the shorts section of YouTube Shorts with your portfolio. You would not have any long form content. You would just have shorts. So here's the thing, guys, why it is good to actually use the social platforms as well, guys, as opposed to your own website, because there is hardly any traffic. Of course, guys, you can get traffic from Google, from SEO, but guys, it's very difficult. But on here, you can actually get some random people checking out these videos, coming to your page and actually finding out about your agency. The same thing applies to YouTube, guys. If the portfolio pieces are interesting, if the clients are talking something interesting, then people might just discover you and actually message you. And guys, then you need to be very strategic. You need to be strategic in a way that you have to have your contact information. So ideally, also, you don't just have your email, but you have your phone number on there as well. And the same thing about YouTube. In the description, you want to have your phone number. You want to have maybe your Instagram page, if you have an Instagram page. If you have a website, you want to have a website. And of course, you want to have phone. And the same thing again here in the about section, guys. You want to have the same thing. And also, you want to have email added in your channel so they can actually find it like that as well, guys. So here's the thing, guys. This is how you create the SFC portfolio. This is where you get the SFC portfolio pieces of work for completely free, guys. Right, now let's talk about the next section. Okay, so what do I mean here? SFC plus social media management. Here's how this is different when it comes to job servicing and freelancing. Guys, so I just described to you that SFC agency is not just about making the video editing for short form content, but it's also about giving some guarantees. There is another aspect, guys, as well that a lot of short form content agencies actually use, and that is that they actually manage the pages. So for example, let's look at this real estate agent that I just found on YouTube by just typing in real estate agent, scroll down for a couple of seconds and found this channel. So let's look at some of the short videos that she has done. First of all, before we even click on it, can you read this text? No, you can't. It's completely unreadable.
I hate to break it to you guys, but unfortunately, there is no magic.
As you can see,
Now, despite
the text on
break it
her
to you
videos
guys,
is actually not readable. Okay, this is not good. So what we would offer if we approach Chloe as a potential client, we would say, look, I've actually looked at the shorts that you made and I can see that you're not really getting that much progress. 800 views, 400 views, 400 views, okay, 300 views. So here's the thing, guys. First of all, her short is actually has a text that is not readable. These three don't even have a text, which is very, very not advisable. For a short form videos, you pretty much always want to have text when there is, some speech in the background, or even if she's talking straight to the camera. And the other thing is, why is it like that? Because as I mentioned, guys, most of these people who are creating content like that, they're actually in professional services. So this lady, she's actually in the real estate space in LA, and she just simply doesn't have time. I'm pretty sure that she's probably doing it herself because these shorts don't look that spectacular, actually, especially this white text. It doesn't look like a proper video editor has done it, because he would have made them in black or something, or made the contrast higher so you can easily read the text. Guys, this is just horrible mistake. Okay, so here's the thing. What can we actually offer to Chloe? What we can say to her to actually tie in our social media management side of things as well. So what we can say, look, Chloe, I see that you don't have that much time because, your videos are not performing that well. Maybe you don't have that much time. What I can actually do, I can actually create you a couple of shorts. If you like them, we start working together. I start working towards creating you shorts on a regular basis, either from your long form content or from some videos that you give to me. As like iPhone shots or something, and then you're gonna add me as a moderator or editor or admin on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, wherever, right? And you can then actually upload this content as well. And what does this entail? So it includes not only actually making the video, but also the titles, the descriptions, the SEO parts, and stuff like this, guys. And also, if you're doing a long form content, there is thumbnails and more stuff like this. So, but here's the thing, guys. At that point, you're actually offering another service. So on top of just video editing, you're also actually uploading the content itself. And guys, this is additional service. So for example, if you're offering this service, you could easily charge another few $100s a month for actually complete management of her YouTube channel. And also, if you're doing it on other platforms as well, it could go up to like $1,000 a month if you're posting content on her LinkedIn, posting content on her YouTube, on her Instagram, on her TikTok. It could be even above 1,000 as well, guys. But it all depends on the client, where they live, their budgets and stuff like that. But you get the point, and a lot of SFC agencies actually do this thing. So they they kind of bundle together the fact that, look, you know, if I'm going for the results, I want to have the control over your social accounts. And of course, guys, it's not to say that, you know, they completely give over their social accounts. No, it's not like that. They just give you access to be able to upload and make some small changes here and there. But of course, they're still fully controlling their socials. And guys, this is definitely possible because I've actually had an access to one of my previous clients on YouTube when it comes to, you know, seeing the copyright strikes, seeing how the videos perform, the click-through rates, view durations and stuff like that. So I was able to just log in and see all of that information. Not all clients like that, but some clients do that, and then of course you can charge a premium for that. Right, now let's talk about this super important section about SFC offers and guarantees. Okay, guys, so let's just say we actually found this client, Chloe. We're going to soon talk about how to actually get clients for SFC, but let's assume we already know that. Okay, so what can we actually offer when it comes to SFC agencies, and also what can we guarantee? So as discussed in this video, very briefly, we actually usually going to guarantee the views, okay? And as I mentioned, some agencies actually guarantee some leads, okay? That some clients will see the video either on YouTube Shorts, on Instagram, on TikTok, and they actually going to inquire using a, you know, filling a form or maybe sending an email, sending a direct message on any of these platforms. But this is actually a very advanced strategy and it commands even higher premium, okay? You can do that, you can look into it. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to be focusing on SFC content agencies will just guarantee views. Okay, guys, and how can we actually guarantee views, and how can we estimate what is the number of views that we can actually guarantee? Okay, so here's the thing. Let's say we're working with Chloe. We approached Chloe and we said, look, okay, I see that you made quite a few shorts, right? But the shorts are not performing as well. So what I can actually do, I can take some of your long form videos, I can chop it into pieces and create more shorts for you without you doing any work. And then I'm going to upload it onto YouTube Shorts section, onto Instagram, onto TikTok. Maybe she already has those pages. So of course it's going to go into her account, right? We can send these shorts to her for her to upload, or if she likes, she can give us access for us to upload to her account. Now, and here's the thing, guys. What can we offer? You know, what is the guarantee? So most SFC agencies, when it comes to guaranteeing views, they estimate it based on what the creator is getting right now. So for example, have a look at this. So 800, 400, 400, 400, 300. This is an outlier because it has like way more views, but the other ones are between like 300 to 800. So let's just say an average video is 500. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. With the channel size of her, if we, you know, how many views can we actually estimate? So let's quickly open up the calculator. So let's just say we want to guarantee her 10,000 views. And why I'm doing 10,000 views? Because have a look. So if per month she actually has around 500 or so views, we don't know when these videos were uploaded by, but with that channel size, if you're doing if you're creating a proper short by following all the best practices, adding text, making it interactive, right? Making the text readable, and also optimizing it when it comes to SEO, optimized keywords and stuff like that, you should be getting 500 views per month, okay? And guys, we're going to estimate it based on the number of subscribers and based on the number of views that she's getting on the long form and the short form. So, for example, can we offer her 100,000 views per month? No, it doesn't really feel that she would be able to achieve those kind of numbers, okay? Because the other videos are not getting that. So her audience isn't that big yet. Maybe it will be in the future, but right now it isn't. So a more realistic number would be 10,000. I'm going to explain you why. So let's say we're guaranteeing her that, you know, I'm going to repurpose your long form content into shorts, okay? And within 1 month, I'm guaranteeing that you're gonna hit at least 10,000 views. And Chloe is going to say, wow, this is not a bad offer because, you know, I made 6 shorts, and out of those 6 shorts, I didn't even get to 10,000. And this guy is telling me that within 1 month, he's going to beat the number of views that I got across all my shorts that I did myself. Okay, and how are we actually going to hit that 10,000? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our videos. We're going to repurpose some of the long form videos into shorts. And we want to, as we said, we're estimating that around 500 people will see it. Okay, in 1 month, let's just say. As we improve it, hopefully the views will go up. But we divide it by 500. And we know how many videos we have to make for her, how many shorts in 1 month. Around 20 shorts, okay? And that's the thing, guys. Once we upload the 20 shorts, hopefully it gets 500 views and hopefully we get to 10,000, guys. But there is another thing as well, guys. A lot of SFC agencies, they also not only upload the shorts on the YouTube channel of the creator, but they also look into their Instagram and TikTok. And if they have that, you can also estimate how much views they're going to get on their TikTok and on their Instagram. And by following the same logic, you can also estimate how many views you can bring to this content creator in total. And of course, guys, you want to be as accurate as possible when it comes to this, and you actually want to hit those targets, guys. So, you know, don't overshoot and don't just say, look, I'm going to give you 100,000 views in the first month, and if you don't hit that, then they're not going to pay you, or they're going to pay you, but they're not going to be very happy, guys. And when it comes to guarantees and offers, the point is most of the SFC agencies actually going to say, look, if I don't hit the 10,000 views, right, you're not going to pay me anything. But if I do hit the 10,000 views, then my fee is, for example, $1,500 for that month, okay? And for these content creators, yes, it is a lot more expensive than just hiring a video editor who is going to create those shorts, but that's why we're talking about an SFC agency concept, okay? Because what we're doing essentially is we're kind of taking some risk. It's a perceived risk, okay? Because we're actually guaranteeing something. For example, if you're just a video editor for short form content, you don't really care how many views the video is going to get. Okay, so maybe it's linked to a specific result. So, for example, if you're just a video editor or just a drop servicer, you upload a short video. For example, if I'm a client, right, I upload the video. If I get 0 views or 20 views, the video editor doesn't care, right? Because they already did their job, they got paid. But here, the agency actually does care because it needs to hit that number that it promised, or it's not going to get paid at all. And guys, I'm not saying that you must have a guarantee, but it is very common and it's increasingly getting more and more common. And you know, some people actually offer these numbers to be extremely high. So for example, let's say for this client, we would say 50,000. You know, the first month I'm going to get you 50,000 views. But when you do a higher guarantee, typically you'll increase the price dramatically. So you'll say, look, I can really catapult your channel completely. So I'm gonna bring you a bunch of subscribers, a bunch of views. You can't guarantee subscribers because you don't know that. But when it comes to views, some of these agencies actually guarantee ridiculous numbers, but then it costs a lot of money. So they say, look, in the first month, I'm gonna bring you 50,000 subscribers, but the cost is $3,000. Okay, and here is how do you actually play with these variables, guys. So I just told you how to actually calculate the approximate results that you can get for this client. But what you can do, guys, let's just say you offered 10,000 views to Chloe. And what happens is, let's say 2.5 weeks in, 3 weeks in, you see that you just hit, let's say 5,000 views, right? And you see that you're actually behind the schedule. You're not going to get paid. Yeah, right. If you don't get to 10,000, well, unless you want to pay voluntarily, but your offer is not going to be met, right? What you can do essentially is you can actually create more shorts, and tell her, look, either you upload through your channel, or if she gave you the access, you can upload more shorts. And essentially, you're just doing a little bit more work, right? But hopefully those new shorts generate more views again, and hopefully you're going to catch up and hit that target. If you still see that, you know, you still don't have enough, then you create even more shorts, right? And then you upload it again, and hopefully you hit the target. So guys, as you can see, this is how it is different from just freelancing or drop servicing, because usually in those types of business models, you don't really care about the end result, and typically an SFC agency will have some kind of a deliverable when it comes to clients working with you. Right, and offers. So, okay, so we just talked about guarantees quite a lot, but what about offers? So what exactly would you be offering? So if you're contacting this client, let's say on YouTube, or by getting an email, I just showed you guys, so you can get her email very quickly. Click submit. Yeah, you got her email. Or you're getting it from Instagram. You finding out potential clients on LinkedIn, wherever, right? Buying an email list. What you would typically offer is you would say, look, I work with busy real estate agents providing short form content services, and you know, I offer X number of views, and if I don't hit that number, you don't pay anything. So it's completely risk-free for you. So most of the agencies actually do it like that. Of course, guys, there is a lot of different ways to do it, but what I tend to see lately, and especially myself, because I have a YouTube channel, I have, you know, a reasonable number of subscribers, a similar size channel to Chloe, I actually get a ton of people offering me exactly the same thing. So they say, look, you know, if I don't hit, I'm going to repurpose your long form content into shorts, and if I don't hit X number of views, you're not going to pay anything for that month, and we work until we hit your results. And you know, this is increasingly getting more and more popular when it comes to offers. Okay, now guys, let's talk about how to actually deliver the service. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. I just showed you some of these videos.
And are you creating a job for
as you can see, of course, if you're a freelancer yourself, or if you're a drop servicer, you understand that you need to get a video editor, because you're not going to be doing it yourself. But actually, I would recommend it even if you are a video editor yourself, to not do it yourself. Because here's the thing, guys. It is very easy to find a video editor on Fiverr.com or Upwork.com. And these people are actually fairly cheap. Okay, we're going to talk very, very soon about how much these things cost to you, you know, how much you should be paying your suppliers. But I really don't recommend you guys to do the editing yourself, even if you can, even if you know how to do it, because it is just pointless, guys. If you start doing it yourself, you will limit the number of clients that you can work with. Okay, so for example, if you work with let's say 5 clients, and if you're editing yourself, if they have a lot of content, you're pretty much gonna hit the maximum limit of around 5 clients. You know, beyond that, you're just not gonna be able to scale. Okay, and if you're working with outside freelancers, for example, by getting them from Fiverr.com, Upwork.com, peopleperhour.com, or a similar kind of a website, provided that there is enough profit, you know, and they provide reasonable prices, you're going to be able to actually scale this. Okay, and we're going to talk about how many clients you can get, and you know, how to manage them, how to retain them, and stuff like that later in this video. But the point is, guys, if you're actually outsourcing the video editing, or you know, using a drop servicing business model, essentially, you can actually work with 20 clients, 30 clients, potentially even 50 clients. Okay, so as you can see, yes, you're going to be paying the suppliers, but you know, the scale of the operations can be much, much greater, and in the end, you're going to make a lot more money. And also, you're not going to have to deal with, you know, video editing yourself, because if you're video editing yourself, then you're essentially just a video editor. You know, you're not running an agency. You know, that's basically the point. So how to deliver the service? You basically have to find a video editor like that. And guys, here's the thing, another very important thing. So first of all, I'm not even gonna pretend that it is easy to find a good video editor that is cheap, But what you need to do, you're going to have to go through short form content or, short form video editing, TikTok video editing, YouTube Shorts video editing. Go through all of these keywords, type it in, and then look through at least a few pages, guys. You need to find somebody not at the very, very top, guys. You need to find somebody who is way down there somewhere, offering pretty good quality at much, much lower prices, guys. And we're going to talk about, prices and stuff like that later in this video. Right, guys. So the next section is how to actually get clients for an SFC agency. So on my channel, I actually have got a lot of videos about how to find clients for freelancing and drop servicing. But in this video, we're talking about SFC agencies. But here's the thing, guys. Actually, the process of finding clients is very, very similar, almost identical. Okay, there is some differences. So here is the main difference. With SFC agencies, usually you tend to target people who are actually, as I mentioned, in professional services. So they're real estate agents, lawyers, fitness instructors, online coaches, business coaches, and people like that will actually create regular content, but will actually make quite a lot of money from that content. And they use that content to actually generate leads to get clients. Okay, guys. And one of the best niches that I've actually had success in when it comes to short form video editing and short form content agency is actually real estate. Okay, so I've actually worked with some real estate agents. So you would type in real estate agent into YouTube, and YouTube would be, let's say, the first place for you to find clients. You can scroll through these accounts quickly. And guys, as I teach you in my videos always, what you want to do is you want to ignore all these huge channels. Over 1 million subscribers, don't even think about it, guys. What you need to find is you need to find real estate agents who are actually between 5 to 50,000 subscribers level. Okay, because if you're looking at much bigger ones, guys, you're not going to get them as clients, or if you do, it's going to be very difficult because most of the time they'll already work with a similar agency or a video editor. So by just scrolling down and looking at these kinds of people, you can very quickly find channels like that. So for example, Chloe, I just showed you Chloe in the past few minutes. I found this channel literally within seconds. Okay, so I found her video, and as you can see, it is between 5 to 50,000 subscribers, so it's a perfect client. You can go down and scroll down and look, another one, also fairly similar size. So as you can see, okay, 70,000, it's still kind of all right. Okay, so 50,000. Guys, as you can see, what you essentially want to find, you want to find a real estate agent. Okay, so you don't want to find a YouTuber who's just talking about real estate and stuff like that. You kind of want to find a real estate agent. And as you can see, realistic day in the life of a real estate agent. So Chloe is clearly a real estate agent. Because here's the thing, if you're targeting, for example, YouTubers, here's the problem. Usually YouTubers don't make that much money as real estate agents at this level of subscribers. So if you're just a YouTube channel with 15,000 subscribers, you're not going to be making 100K a year from YouTube, 100%. But if you have 15,000 subscribers and you're a real estate agent in LA, like Chloe is, she could easily be making 200K, 300K a year, or if not even more. So let's say you open up Chloe's YouTube account. And this is what I've done. You navigate to the About section, okay? And then, guys, usually actually find the contact information in the links section. So, for example, she has an Instagram account. She lists her Facebook, LinkedIn, and website. So there's plenty of ways to actually contact her. So, of course, you can contact her on LinkedIn. Let's open up her website and see what's in there. So actually, she has her own website, which is brilliant, guys. Okay, click Let's Connect. So you can submit a message. She doesn't list her email in here, but you can actually you can contact her this way and offer, of course, repurposing her long form video content into shorts for TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram Reels. Or you can actually get her email using this. Click submit, and that's her email. So there is the second way how to actually contact her. Okay, but then we can also see her Facebook. So a lot of real estate agents also going to list other contact options. So as you can see, you can actually message her as well. And then we also have her Instagram. Okay, so just look at how many different avenues to contact her. Okay, so you can also message her on here, right? So guys, this is incredible. Like you can shower her with attention very much. Like you can contact her by email, by Facebook, by LinkedIn, on her website, and by Instagram. Okay, essentially you're going to reach her 100%. Like one way or another, she's going to notice your messages. Okay, guys. So here's the thing. I'm not saying that you need to spam people. All I'm saying is because we're effectively going to be providing her a very valuable service, because she might find more clients by using these short videos, she should be interested. And also, why real estate agents is actually a good niche for SFC agencies. It is because these shorts actually, they're sales pages effectively. They are like, pieces of content that actually could provide you clients. So let's say she makes a short to do with a house tour or whatever, or even a long form video. Imagine if somebody actually buys a house by watching that video. Guys, she's going to make not just AdSense on a video, like a couple of $100 per year or whatever. She's actually going to make 100,000, whatever, 50,000 of commission by selling that house. Okay, so this is why these kind of professional people are really, really good as a niche. And also real estate agents everywhere in the world, because I know this because I've actually worked in the real estate space as a co-founder of a real estate agency in London. I know that real estate agents all around the world are super communicative. So I can, for example, email an agent in LA, and he or she will reply to me 100%. If I'm talking about the same kind of things that they're interested in, of course, but usually they're very, very communicative because they know that they need to get the next deal, and that's why they usually reply. So, for example, when you approach them, you can also approach them without an offer. So you can just say, look, I'm interested in having a chat, about wherever. So you don't even mention that you're going to be talking about offering some short form content editing and stuff like this. You can just be like, I'm interested in having a chat about how you run your business, or I'm interested in having a chat about some potential houses. If you're a bit cheeky, you can do even that. And a lot of short form content agencies actually do that. And then if you get on the call or you get on the WhatsApp or whatever, then you actually mention, look, I'm actually not interested in buying a house, but I'm interested in helping you to get more leads, to get more viewers, and to get more clients. And these real estate agents in general, they're kind of salespeople, right? So they're fine with you actually spinning the call and just saying, look, actually, I'm here to talk about some other things. Usually their tone of voice will change when you do that, because then they realize that, oh, you're not a client looking to buy a house, but you're offering something, but you're going to be on the call. And usually they're not going to drop a call. They're just going to listen to what you got to say. And if you're providing something of real good value, you have a decent portfolio, you have a pretty good shot of actually talking to them. And there's other niches where it's much harder to get any kind of a reply. For example, lawyers or similar kind of people. Some of them also create short form content, but here's the thing, guys, it is not that easy to actually get them on the phone because they're always busy and they're not really that responsive, guys. So that's why real estate agents are actually very good. So I just showed you guys YouTube, where you can find emails, and usually there's going to be a lot more links. You can also find people on Instagram, in general. So for example, what you can do is you can go to Instagram and you can type in real estate agent, yeah, and then you can see a bunch of different people popping up. Okay, so I just I just clicked on the first listing, and it is your luxury home lady. Her name is Raji Khaira, and basically, here's the thing, guys. Usually, real estate agents have their contact information all over the place because, as I said, they need to get more and more clients. So you can message her. She's probably going to reply depending on the message that you send. Okay, so to real estate agents, you could send something about the business or whatever. Don't even mention that, you're going to be offering something. But also a lot of them actually have this thing called Linktree. If you click on it, there's usually other contact options. So there's a Facebook page, there's TikTok, there's LinkedIn, and there is a website as well. So let's click on a website. I'm going to show you something. So some of real estate agents are actually going to link it to the agency where they work. And then, guys, of course, you cannot easily get the email address of that person. But what you can do, guys, is, so you know the name of this person, Raji, right? So what you can do is you can actually contact this agency, right? And you can say that, yeah, let's get contact us. And you can add all of your information and in the message say, look, I'm looking to speak to Raji. I found her on Instagram. I want to talk to her about, let's say, working together, wherever. Okay. And then send it. Here's what's going to happen. What the agency is going to think, maybe it's a potential client to buy a house, to rent a house, wherever, we need to reply to them. So they reply and they give you the contact phone number or email of this lady. And then, of course, you can get the email that way. That's why it is super important to also mention the name. So when you're sending that message, right, you of course need to know, you need to tell that I want to talk to Raji, okay? Now, here's the thing, guys. By using this strategy, it is super easy to actually contact real estate agents. So that is why real estate agents is actually a very good niche. But guys, it's not to say that this is the only niche, and there is going to be a dedicated section where we're going to be talking about different kinds of SFC niches. So now let's talk about how to actually scale your SFC agency and also how to upsell other services. Now, here's the thing, guys. Why some people are actually, skeptical of SFC agencies, and they say that, oh, it's almost the same thing as you're just, editing videos as a freelancer on Dropservicer. But I would argue that it is a little bit harder, but the earning potential is actually much higher. Okay, so as a Dropservicer, you can probably make up to 5, 7, maybe 10K a month, right, in profit. As a freelancer, you can make probably between $500 to maybe 2-3K, 5K max, okay, doing video editing for short form content. But as an SFC agency, you probably can make beyond that, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. Because first of all, you can scale the agency, and then you can also upsell other services, because you're essentially not offering just video editing services for short form content. You're actually offering the entire package. So let's go back to this website. I showed you this website that I found on Google, and it is essentially an SFC agency of this guy. And here's the thing, guys. So what is different in the SFC space as compared to drop servicing and just being a freelancer? It's talking about strategy, editing, and results. So as we discussed, guys, there is editing and there is results, but also there is strategy. And this is where we actually talk about upselling other services. What other services can we upsell? So let's just say we're talking to Chloe, right? So first of all, what we can do is, of course, we can offer her to tidy up these shorts because this text is just not readable. But what we can do is we can actually, once we deliver the shorts, let's say we improve these ones, right? Or let's say we repurpose it from her long form content, okay? At that point, she sees some results, and what we can do is we can say, look, Chloe, I think we can do a lot more, and we can actually improve your content, and we can actually grow your views. And if you're not doing TikTok, we can actually create a TikTok page, give you the logins, or you can create it. The same thing about Instagram. So basically what I'm saying is you kind of start providing a little bit of consulting work for her as well. So it's going to be like a complete strategy package, okay? So not only you're actually doing the video editing, but also you're kind of looking at the overall digital footprint of the client, okay? And you're kind of leading the clients towards being much more successful online when it comes to getting views, when it comes to getting clients, when it comes to getting leads, okay? So, and what kind of service services can you offer? So if you find somebody on YouTube, of course, you can then start offering long form video content editing, right? You can offer them thumbnail design. You can offer them script writing and ideation, because a lot of these busy professional people like real estate agents, they don't really have the time to think about ideas of what exactly, what kind of videos to even make, so you can offer them to come up with ideas, maybe have a content plan for the month of what they need to do, what kind of content they need to make. And also, guys, you of course can create the SEO assets, the titles, descriptions, tags, and stuff like this, guys. And of course, guys, the final thing, the upselling of other services goes hand in hand with, as this guy is saying, strategy. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. This is her Instagram, and as you can see, she's doing a pretty good work on here as well. She has a few thousand followers, and she's got a ton of subscribers on here. But the point is, she's still not at the point where she's probably monetizing this. This is just the gateway into getting more clients for her real estate business. But it could be the other way around, right? She could actually start making money from her social media in a big way as well. So, and that's where the consulting part comes in. So essentially, after you do a little bit of work, you already have access to her wallet, right? Because she's paying you for different kinds of services. Hopefully you're doing her long form videos, you're doing her short form videos, hopefully you're doing the thumbnails. And then you say, look, Chloe, actually, for very, very involved clients, we're actually looking to scale their online presence. We're looking to get way more clients and potentially even make a living from just social media, from videos and content, stuff like that. I actually provide mentoring and advisory services. And then you say, look, I'm offering, for example, a program for 3 months or whatever. I'm offering a one-off course. And the call is, let's say, $100, $200, whatever. And guys, at that point, if you get a client, of course, you're already working with that client. So it's very easy. It's a natural transition because you're going to be talking to the client almost on a regular basis. It's going to be much easier to get into the consulting space with them, as opposed to you're just approaching them as a consultant without actually doing any work. So they already have your bank details or PayPal details or whatever. It's super easy and natural progression, okay? And these people, usually like real estate agents, lawyers, and coaches and stuff like that, they have money, okay? Because they have a business around the content, okay? And yeah, guys, and at that point, as you can see, you can start making higher and higher margin. So let's say with the short form content videos, you're making, let's say, $30-40 of profit for just one short, right? But then you're upselling other services like consulting, and you're actually making $100 $200 per hour just consulting her on social media strategy and stuff like this, guys. So as you can see, this is very easy to scale it in terms of revenue by adding more services. But guys, the other way to actually scale your SFC agency is, of course, as I mentioned, if you're not going to be a freelancer doing the video editing yourself, like for example this video,
you're freaking bought too far from
you are actually going to get more and more video editors and more clients. How to scale it and how far you can scale it as an SFC agency, it is kind of similar to drop servicing. But if you're not actually doing these videos, if you're not actually editing these videos yourself, you can probably get to around 25 to 50 clients max. Okay, I'm talking about majority of the people. I'm not saying about outliers, but majority of the people, this is like how far you can scale within a couple of years, 2-3 years. Okay, you can't really go beyond that because then you really need to have like full-time employees, and the work gets really intense, and it becomes like a really big physical agency, But at that point, of course, you're making money, and you have that option. If you get to 25 or 50 clients, you're going to be making 20K, 30K a month, and you can of course start a physical agency as well. But then at that kind of level, it starts to become quite difficult to manage all these freelancers just purely online. You at least need a manager who's actually then managing those freelancers. So I've had a ton of freelancers at various points working with me, so I know what it's like to manage multiple different freelancers, video editors, and you have to review their work and you have to talk to them, and some days they're off, some days they don't feel well, whatever. So there is a lot to think about when you're scaling, but what I'm saying, guys, is if you're just doing it yourself, if you're a video editor, for example, yourself, or if you learn video editing, you learn how to make these videos because they're not that difficult, guys. You're actually going to struggle to scale beyond like 5 clients, guys. It is not that easy, honestly. You really need to think about as an agency. If you're creating an SFC agency, you need to think about, okay, how can I scale to at least 10 clients, 20 clients, 25 or 50 clients? And actually, guys, I know a company in the United States, a person I know personally was actually scaled an agency like that to around 50 clients, guys. It took him around 2-3 years. So I know it is possible. I'm not that kind of level. Okay, I work with far less clients, but I know a client where, I know a person who actually scaled up to around 50 clients and he's making a bank. Okay, so it is possible to scale to that kind of level, guys. Now let's talk about how much money can you make as an SFC business. So we just discussed that as a freelancer, you can potentially get to around 5 clients and you're going to struggle to go beyond that because of time constraints. There's only 24 hours in the day, right? And as a drop servicer, you can possibly get to around 25 to 50 clients, right? And the same kind of thing applies to the SFC agency. Beyond 50 clients, you really need to start thinking about setting up a physical office, actually hiring employees, hiring managers and stuff like that, guys. So how much money can you make? How does it translate into money? So as a freelancer, you can probably make between like $500 to around 2-3K maybe per month in profit. Now, as a drop servicer or as a SFC agency, this is slightly different because as a drop servicer, as I explained to you guys, SFC agency kind of relies on bringing some kind of a result. And also it's very often tied to social media management and also uploading those pieces of content and also kind of, as I said, tying in with a result, X number of views, X number of leads, whatever. So SFC agencies actually can make more money and higher margin, higher revenue than drop servicing. So with drop servicing, you probably can make something like from $1,000 to around $10,000, that kind of level. You know, beyond that, of course, you can make more money. But guys, I'm talking about majority of people. Scaling beyond 10K with drop servicing is not going to be that easy, trust me. And with the SFC agency, you can definitely make between a couple of thousand to probably 50,000 per month, guys. And as I told you guys, I know an agency in the United States with 50 clients, around 50 clients, and they're making way beyond 50K per month. So an average client is more than $1,000. So guys, it is possible to scale to above 50K per month in profit with the SFC agency, guys. And here's the thing. So now let's talk about SFC pricing strategies and also what it costs to you. So when you're hiring suppliers and stuff like this, guys. Okay, so when it comes to pricing strategies, as we discussed, guys, let's say we're offering something to Chloe. We need to really think strategically and logically. What is the client like? Where is the client located? What's the location? What's the client profile, right? And how much work we're gonna have to do for the client. Okay, so here's the thing. What really matters is essentially where the client is from, right? And the niche, because this determines how much money they have, guys. Okay, I'm going to be just honest. Most of the SFC agencies do it like that. So if they see that a client is based in LA, is a real estate agent, you're going to be starting to talk about budgets from $1,000 a month up. Okay, you're not going to be talking about 500, 600, 800, whatever. $1,000 is going to be like the bare minimum where the discussions even start, so, and probably it's going to end up being around $2,000 a month. Okay, because this kind of client, if she see results, if she can see some leads and some sales even coming through all of this content being created for her for Instagram, TikTok, Shorts, and similar things, guys, this is going to be, this can potentially make her hundreds of thousands of dollars per year. So if she spends 20K, 25K per year on our social media agency, helping her with growing her real estate business online, she's going to be super happy, because she will treat it as a marketing cost. Okay. And if the client, for example, is not in LA and not in the real estate space, for example, if the client is a fitness instructor, let's say in a much poorer area, I don't know, just to give you an example, Czech Republic, let's just say, right? Fitness instructor in Czech Republic, in a small town, wherever, you're not going to be able to offer the same the same price point. Okay, you're not going to be able to say, look, $1,000 is like the cheapest we can talk about or whatever. You're probably going to be looking at slightly lower price points, maybe 600, 700 or something like that, guys. So that's why you really need to look into the client profile, the client's location, and also, what is the service that they're providing, what is the, what kind of service they're selling throughout these social media short form contents. So for example, the other niche, which is very, very profitable as well for clients, is mortgage brokers and HR people as well. Some mortgage brokers, they create a lot of short form content to actually get people, and insurance agents as well, to get people to actually buy a mortgage from them or buy insurance from them. And each of these videos, if they cost them 30, 40, $50 to make, if they get just one client, it kind of pays off for everything. So you really need to look into the client's profile and their location, guys. And then when it comes to suppliers' cost, here's the thing, guys. Because I've been doing this video editing game for a few years, I know by heart what are the costs and stuff like this. But guys, I'm going to quickly tell you one thing. I really recommend that you actually go on Fiverr, you go on Upwork, type in short form video, type in short form video editor, and really go through the suppliers and kind of see what kind of price points people are actually offering. Because if you spend an hour or so, you're going to really have a really good image in your head of what kind of price points people are offering. And maybe you can also look at the country. So for example, Fiverr says where the person is based. Similar with Upwork, it shows where the person is actually based. And by that, for example, let's see here, India, right? And then by looking at all of these examples, you're going to quickly realize like what is the average price points, what is the high price points, and what are the low price points. But I know, guys, by doing this many years, that, if you find a very, very good short form video editor, he's going to be looking at $30, $40 for a short. But we don't want to do that, right? We want to maximize our profit, and we want to find a sort of mid-level editor, and we want to focus on people from Asia, India, Philippines, similar kind of countries, guys. And here's the thing, like the less you spend on your suppliers, the more is going to end up in your pocket, guys. But of course, you need to manage. You need to find that balance. You don't want to get the cheapest possible editor out of the entire world, but the quality is going to be so bad that the clients that are actually paying you quite a lot of money, they're not going to be happy. So, the video editing, it has to be on point. It has to be clean. It has to be high quality. It has to have all the features like text, pop-ups, zooms, and all of the stuff that we guys discussed in here. So this one is actually very good.
Risk reward is not there.
This one is very
are
good.
You creating a
There's music, there's text, different colors of text as well, guys, and they increase the contrast as I can see. And guys, here's the thing. So what is the actual cost? What you actually want to pay for these suppliers? So from my experience, as I said, a good one actually kind of wants around $30 for a good short, but usually, guys, these kind of ballpark figures, they don't necessarily mean anything. So, for example, especially on Upwork, a lot of these people are just like saying $25 an hour, India. Guys, it's just complete bullcrap, okay? So sometimes people just put a ballpark figure. So what you want to do is you want to just contact them and say, look, if you're just sending them one short, of course, they might just want you to pay what the price is, right? But if you actually get a client like Chloe or wherever, and you're actually gonna give them a ton of shorts to edit weekly or monthly, whatever, you need to negotiate. So a lot of people don't realize that you actually can contact people on Fiverr and Upwork, and instead of just buying what they have, you actually can negotiate and get a much, much better deal, guys. And I've done it plenty of times. This is what you need to do if you find a contact. If you find a supplier for your videos, and you need to actually, guys, negotiate it to around $5 being the low end and $10 being the high end. Okay, above $10 for a 1 minute short, I wouldn't even do it, guys, honestly, because I know from working with all kinds of suppliers from all around the world. For $10, you can definitely get a ton of suppliers all around the world, especially from Asian countries. We're going to be brilliant, guys. So $10 for one short, and then hopefully, guys, we're charging clients like Chloe, 30, 40, $50 for that short. So as you can see, you're making a decent profit. Plus, guys, as we discussed, you can get more clients, you can upsell other services. So as you can see, guys, making $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 with this kind of model, working with professional people, it is actually very, very doable, guys. Right, so SFC sales process. Now, let's talk about how do you actually, let's say I just showed you guys how to find these clients' contact information. It's not that hard, guys. So I showed you that most of their, especially real estate agents, they have a lot of different links. So they have their Instagrams, Facebooks, YouTubes, their emails, websites. It's easy to contact them. It is easy, guys. Like I just showed you how to do it, right? I can actually approach Chloe in so many different ways, right? And she's going to see my message. If my message is good, if my portfolio is good that I'm offering to her, she's probably going to reply and she's going to ask about the pricing and stuff like that. Maybe the pricing is going to be an issue or wherever, but if it's not, what is the sales process? What do I recommend? So I recommend to send her an email. So the email would be the number way for me to contact her. So as I said, if you go to About Me page, view email address, submit, okay? And you can, of course, get the same from her website. So usually most of the YouTubers, if they have a website, they usually have a contact email. Not all of them, but some also have a contact form. So contact form, I would consider it being almost as good as an email because it usually ends up in their email anyway. Facebook, I wouldn't consider it as being the top option. LinkedIn, you need to add person to friends to be able to contact them unless you're sending them an email, and you can only send a limited number of emails per month. Instagram DM is actually not a bad option, so you can send an Instagram DM as well. And ideally, you're actually contacting the person in at least a couple of ways, right, guys? So what is the sales process? So you offer them a guarantee, okay? Ideally, you offer them a guarantee of the views. If the client already has some long-form content, you can say that you're going to repurpose that long-form content, chop it into pieces, and create some shorts without the client actually filming any more videos. If they don't have any long-form content, then you say that, please provide me some short-form content, like iPhone videos or whatever, and I'm going to actually edit it. So it is not that much work for them. They don't need to do that much work. You're going to do the rest. Guys, if it's, as we discussed initially, if the third model is where you actually go and meet local business owners, actually film inside their premises or outside their premises, and then do the editing, the sales process is slightly different. Then, of course, you need to probably, you need to, first of all, locate businesses in your area. So like restaurants, maybe real estate agencies, maybe, hotels and similar kind of businesses. And you need to kind of reach out to decision makers. So a manager or the owner, and then offer it to them, hopefully either by email or on the phone. And then you're probably going to have to walk in and talk to them in person and offer and explain what is the service that you're going to be offering and what is the value. But if you're doing it with people all around the world, like for example, Chloe, you can be from any country, guys, as I mentioned, and the sales process is this. So email, Instagram, Facebook message, LinkedIn message, and then, guys, you offer the guarantee. You offer an excellent offer. You don't mention the price, guys. If you're a regular viewer of my channel, you'll know that I never advise you to actually talk about money and talk about prices and stuff like this at the initial stages, guys. Okay, so your goal when contacting these people is to get on either a Google Meets call, Zoom call, or getting their WhatsApp number and jumping on a WhatsApp call. And then you talk about the money stuff during the call, guys. If you reply with the quotes and stuff like this to the email, to the Instagram message, wherever, it's not a good way because usually, the conversion rate is not going to be that high. It is better, and you'll find more committed people if you actually jump on a call. If you jump on a call, your conversion rate will be lower from messages because less people will want to jump on a call, but those people who will actually go on a call with you, you'll get way more clients. So overall, the initial message is just to get a call. once you get on a call, then you talk about the prices, then you talk about the turnover, and then you actually talk about, how they're going to pay and stuff like this, guys. And yeah, this is the sales process that you need. If you want more tactics and more strategies, how to find clients for short form content agency as a freelancer and stuff like this, actually visit my YouTube channel, because I have several different courses and tutorials about how to find clients for drop servicing. But actually, the strategies are almost the same, and they apply to short form content agencies and freelancers as well, guys. So now let's talk about client retention strategies for the SFC agencies. So here's the thing, guys. I worked with short form content quite a few times, and I know how to retain clients quite well. So some of my clients have stayed with me for months and months. So here's the thing, guys. What is the best way to actually retain a client? And a lot of people, the common wisdom would say that you need to create really good videos, right? And those videos have to get views. This is true, but this is already a given. People already expect that. Oh, if you said that, I'm going to bring you 20,000 views, you of course need to get those 20,000 views. But then, guys, of course, the price has to make sense as well. But also, it is about communication, guys. At the end of the day, 50% of client retention is just communication. So for example, if you're just hitting the results, right, and if you're getting your guarantee but your communication is crap, the client is not going to be very happy. If you're just barely hitting or just underperforming but your communication is excellent, the client is probably going to stay with you. But if you're actually smashing through the guarantee, all of the metrics are going way beyond what you expected, the client is happy with the price, but your communication is actually excellent, your clients are going to stay with you for a long time. So communication is absolutely key, guys. Don't be fooled that, all you need to do is just deliver the results, have really good video editing, and the clients are going to be happy. No, you need to communicate with them. You need to be in their face, okay? Of course, you don't have to be annoying, but you need to, send them a few messages at least, or maybe have one off catching up calls once a week, just to talk about the performance of their content, maybe the strategies that they could employ to get more content out or to get more views and stuff like this, guys. So it is really important to maintain really good connection, and ideally you have them on their WhatsApp, or you have a regular call with them just to go through things, and just to make sure that their morale is very high, and you're delivering good service and they're happy with everything. Because guys, if you just talk by email, you're not going to have that deep of a connection. If somebody like Chloe, for example, is paying you $2,000, $3,000 per month, you really want to retain her as long as possible. And maybe even little things like in Christmas time, you want to send her a small message about congratulating her for Christmas, or even finding out when her birthday is, and congratulating her about that, and things like this. Small little things that really retain clients, and those clients are going to be super happy. And guys, it's not just about the price. Trust me. A lot of people think about, it's just I'm going to offer cheaper price and clients are going to stay with me. Guys, it just doesn't work like that, honestly. Especially with the US clients where you want to be working. Now let's talk about hiring editors for SFC, guys. We kind of spoke about this just a little bit a couple of minutes ago, but look, so I'm going to tell you the biggest and the most important tips when it comes to hiring SFC video editors. And here's the thing, guys. I recommend using Fiverr. I recommend using Upwork, and also another website called peopleperhour.com. Okay, so these 3 websites. But guys, here's the thing. At some point, when you get a lot of regular clients, and you're making a lot of videos for them, actually, at that point, it becomes much more sort of logical to actually hire a video editor, not per hour basis, not per project basis, but actually to hire a video editor working just for your projects full time, okay? And then you need to kind of discuss a sort of fixed price. So for example, you have to tell them, look, okay, let's say you're charging $10 an hour or $5 an hour or whatever the amount is, but look, I really want you to just give up all the other work. I'm going to give you plenty of work because I have a ton of clients, and I'm going to pay you a fixed fee. What is the fee that you want to get? And guys, from my experience, if you're working with people from Asia, India, Philippines, Sri Lanka, wherever, these kind of countries, you really can get a very, very, very decent editor for around $450, $500. Okay, 450, 500 bucks a month is going to be a very, very decent editor that is going to be more than capable of creating videos like that, guys.
Business, where you exert some leverage.
So this would be like the best strategy. This is eventually where you want to get, right? So you want to get to essentially building out your team of video editors. We're not just on Fiverr looking for all kinds of clients, not just on Upwork looking for all kinds of clients, but you want to be having an editor sort of in-house, but virtually, of course, will just work on your projects. Okay, they're not doing anything else whatsoever. They're just working on your projects, because ideally you also have the same editor for the same client all the time, so the quality is the same. So the client knows what to expect. The editor using the same fonts, etc., etc. There is consistency, and if you're hiring a video editor full time, you're gonna pay them monthly as well. So this is another benefit. So usually you're gonna get paid by your clients, maybe a deposit, or ideally later down the line you can ask for a prepayment. For example, prepay for this month, and then we're gonna create all those shorts. And if you're hiring video editors, for example, on a monthly basis, then you have to pay them at the end of the month or every 2 weeks. So as you can see, you're getting the money from the client now and you're paying the editor later. Whilst on Fiverr, or Upwork, if you're working with editors on a one-off basis, right, per project basis, you kind of have to pay them now. So as you can see, it makes sense to actually get a full-time video editor or more video editors. But of course, guys, when you're just starting out, you can just use Fiverr and Upwork to find people to get started on a per project basis. So you find a client and then you use that supplier, you order from them. But guys, don't forget, I told you, you can negotiate with them. So click contact me and negotiate. Say, look, I'm going to want you to make 100 shorts this month. I cannot hire you full time yet because I don't know if I'm going to need you beyond the first month, but there is potential and wherever. And, you can actually negotiate this price to, let's say, $10 or, $5 or whatever, guys. So these are the main kind of things when it comes to hiring editors. And guys, as I mentioned, if you're hiring by per project basis, you don't want to pay more than around $10 for a short. Okay, if the suppliers are offering a higher price, then just look at some other ones. And if you're hiring a full-time editor, between $400 to $500 per month is kind of the tops that you want to pay, because I know, guys, you can find editors for that kind of range. Now, when it comes to SFC niches, this is a very important section, because now I'm going to tell you what kind of niches you can actually look for. So, we've been talking about real estate agents most of the time in this video, but guys, there's way more kind of niches that we can look into. So I just made some notes of the list. So coaches, consultants, real estate agents, influencers, business owners, podcasts, fitness coaches, YouTubers. Guys, the list can go on and on and on. But the point is, guys, for example, fitness coaches, right? They have less money, but there's a lot of fitness coaches all around the US and the UK and Australia and all the wealthy countries. And what would you do with fitness coaches, right? So think about it. They have a lot of clients that they advise when it comes to their fitness plans, when it comes to exercises and stuff like that. They actually on a regular basis film content with their iPhone, maybe film their clients, maybe film their client results, wherever. They need video editing, guys. Exactly like these real estate agents. Let's talk about, let's say, podcasts. Okay, what can you do from a podcast? So let's say we have a podcast of 1 hour. What can you do? Of course, you can create a ton of shorts. Find the best moments from that podcast. Create like 100 shorts of just one podcast, guys. And then you can upload it to their YouTube channel. You can upload it to their TikTok, Instagram, and you can, guys, really create a massive machine that fuels the views to bring them even more podcast viewers. And it's going to be reusing their existing content, repurposing their existing content into way more eyeballs, because not everybody wants to watch a podcast, for 2-3 hours. Some people, they just want to kind of see a snapshot of what was in that in that podcast. And then you have YouTubers as well. The same thing, guys. If Chloe was not a real estate agent, it was just a regular YouTuber. Again, guys, we can repurpose the existing long form content into shorts. And then we have business coaches and consultants actually have clients and they have some strategies or whatever that they actually reveal in their videos. So they make content for that. And guys, then they need to actually make that content very, very interesting. So for example, if I go on LinkedIn, I actually found one person, Eva Carroll, who is exactly the type of client that I'm talking about. Look.
We are looking for entrepreneurial-minded individuals who are looking to join a young and required for this role.
So as you can see, so basically she's using these kinds of LinkedIn videos to attract people to work, so she's basically in HR, right? And can you see how simple the video looks?
Is experience.
There is no text. It's not very engaging. And these kind of videos are not good enough for TikTok and YouTube Shorts and stuff like this. It needs to have more dynamic things. So it needs to have zoom. It needs to have, text. It needs to have some pop-ups, sound effect, music, and stuff like that. And then she's gonna have a lot more engagement because it's gonna be way more interesting. More people are gonna watch it and stuff like this. So, guys, honestly, there is a lot of niches, and you can help a lot of different kind of people. So just to recap, you can look into coaches, consultants, real estate agents, influencers, business owners, podcast owners, fitness coaches, YouTubers, HR managers, mortgage advisors, insurance brokers. Guys, the list can go on and on and on. There's millions of people you can actually contact. So guys, now the video is coming towards the end, but I just want to tell you one thing, guys. So if you learned a lot in this video, if you now are looking forward to starting your own short form content agency, or if you're a drop servicer or a freelancer and you just want to consult with me, you want to actually learn into how to get clients to say yes and things like that, guys, how to get more clients, how to actually start, how to choose your niche and, how to scale your agency, how to scale your drop servicing efforts and stuff like this, guys. Or if you just need that little consulting help from me, I actually offer a paid mentoring program for 3 months. If you want to apply to that, this is the email, tom@tomzalatoris.com. And I actually don't work with just about anybody. So, message me and by email or on my LinkedIn and we can talk about it. If I think that you're a good fit and if I think that you can succeed with any of the business models that I teach, then I'll be very glad to work with you. And if you want to have a one-off call, I also offer that for SFC content managing agencies, drop servicing, and freelancing professionals. And one-off call with me is currently $150 for 1 hour. So if you want to have just a quick consulting call, you can do that. And if you want to work with me on a 3-month mentoring program, then email me and we can talk about it. Guys, so thanks for watching this video. I hope that you learned a ton and now you know exactly how to start a short form content agency, and hopefully this video course is actually saving you months of trial and error starting your own SFC. If you follow my proven strategies that I just described in this video, guys, you're going to be way more successful and you're going to be way more faster in achieving success and working with, clients like I worked. So for example, this client, we created some shorts with my agency. I've also worked with this client with over 2 million subscribers. So for this client, actually, my agency developed a lot of different long form videos, guys. So I've been in video editing space and agency space for a long time, guys, few years. So I know exactly what I'm talking about and I can definitely help you out if you need some advice, guys. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Drop a like for the YouTube algo, subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to see you in the next video.